So thank you. I was quite interesting the talk right now, and I absolutely passionate about learning and getting the content, and really thrilled that there's today so many ways to learn and to adapt, and upskilling and learning new skills and taking the innovation in and bringing it to the companies and to our own careers. And so my topic today is about AI on the one hand, and a trend that is called hyperautomation. And I divided this presentation into two segments for you. So there will be one, we talk a little bit about what AI is and where we stand in terms of maturity, but also what the challenges are. And then secondly, we will talk about specific use case in terms of hyperautomation, and I hope you enjoy it. And the purpose being to inspire you, being old, business, C-level, top executive, or a data scientist in the beginnings, really to get your head around on that journey, because actually it is a journey, it's a path, and everybody is on different steps and a different level and starting at a different point. So let's get onto it. AI, we should be doing it, right? So let's see if this works. Okay, oh, the rocket. There's a rocket. Good. So how is your AI journey going? Is it launched like this beautiful rocket from SpaceX? Exploring and disrupting a whole industry? Or is it more or less like, okay, now it's going down, good. Or is it more like this kind of turbulent flight, where we're still kind of trying to figure out how to do things? So you should be doing AI, right? Are you? So are you? Everybody's talking about it. There's even a conference about AI. I think we're on it. So basically, it's not an easy thing to do. That's the point. And it's hard to do on your own. It's hard, or it's an illusion to believe that the things are sorted out. They're not. Everybody is on its own path, on their own journey. So you need partners, and we are one of them, of course, so I would have to talk about us. We are a company that's to 2006. We are working on data-related projects, even before AI was AI, and when business intelligence then turned into advanced analytics. And we're working on that, and our mission, which is to challenge complexity, I think it has never been as adequate as today. So challenging the everyday situation, the complexity, to really make the lives of our employees, of our clients and customers a lot easier. I could talk about many AI use cases that Closer already performed. There's dozens of them in terms of data science, analytics, last mile delivery, optimization. But the thing is, this presentation is not about Closer. It's about the experience that clients and customers share with us. So I want to bring and give you back a little bit of that experience. So let's look about the AI adoption journey. So what are the main challenges the customers and businesses share with us? So on the one hand, we have something like this. So we have this block of organizational, people-related kind of things, which is, okay, what is AI? Data literacy, what is data? What is big data, huge data, giant data? What is data mesh? What is that whole thing, right? So we don't really, not everybody knows exactly what it is. It's just kind of a buzzword. And then we have this, okay, what's the next use case, right? So which use case should we do? What should we do? The use case-based project thinking, and it's a journey, so it's a path. And paths have ups and downs, and this has to be considered in our journey. And we have the change management and human resistance. So much videos and publicity is made about AI, but it's scary, right? I mean, on the one hand, it's kind of paradox. On the one hand, there's lots of people missing in the job market, but on the other hand, people are afraid of losing their jobs because of AI. So where is it? And there's a resistance. So should I change the way I'm working today because a robot or a bot will take my job? So kind of this kind of things. And then when we talk about business-related issues, so all this, let's say, crazy data scientists come into and they talk about linear projections, models, deep learning, neural networks, things. But in the end, we have to solve business-related issues. It's all about the business. It's all about serving our customers. Internal customers, which are our employees, and external customers. So these are really quite big challenges to solve here. And then, of course, everything about data. Well, we have to collect data, like I said, huge data, mesh data, whatever. So how to collect it and data availability. And then we realize, and when we start talking about data science and artificial intelligence, I observe, or we observe in a company, a shift, because on the beginning, there was really all about this IoT data thing. And today, it's more about, okay, so now we have all this data, but it's useless because the quality is very poor. Or we don't know how to govern it because we have legal issues and security issues around that. And the business units are not buying in to, or are not willing to guarantee the quality of the data. So this is something that we have to work on. And we see quite a lot of project initiatives there and challenges. Then, of course, you can have a good strategy and you can be well prepared, but it's all about implementation. And it's similar to what knowledge is in learning. You can go into a great school, get great content, but then if you do not implement it, it's useless. And knowledge is not power. Implemented knowledge is power. And here, again, you have to implement, you have to go, and you have to scale it, industrialize it. So these are some things that you really have to do. And last but not least, of course, where would we be without talent, without people? I mean, AI is good, bots are great, but in the end, it's people that have to put them into work. It's you guys, yeah? It's the young generation and the upskilled, mature generation that has to transform their business, learn about the technology, and put it into work. Where are those people? Right? We're all fighting for them in the whole world, everywhere. So it's a crazy time ahead. And then, of course, there's a bunch of risks, legal, security, transparency, fairness. So all these things are common. But one thing is, not everybody has the same challenge at the same time. So it really depends on, let's say, the maturity that you're on your path. The more mature you are on the AI journey, the more you'll be thinking about, okay, how can I industrialize, scale it up, repeat it? And the more, let's say, infancy or beginner's mind you have, is, okay, so I'm scared, I'm overwhelmed, it's too much technology for me, so where do I start? So challenges are different for everybody. A common maturity assessment, it's a standard one, so it's okay. So what is it? Are you ad hoc company, enterprise, where you start? You select the first use case, you try something out, you see if it works, if it doesn't, okay, you try something else, then you get it going, and then you repeat and try to redo the same things, maybe the same algorithms, apply it to different business units, business problems, that would be another thing. And then some IT comes in, and we define our architecture, we choose the platform, and then we have this program going on several different use cases, targeting different business problems, and then you have a portfolio, and this portfolio will give freedom to the business units, right? And business units can then grab it, and maybe they have incorporated data scientists and engineers within their business unit, and they know the framework of the company, and they go along, and then you transform the company. And you get, as a traditional business, you get transformed, and you get more closely to those digital disruptors, and maybe even you become a data-driven company or even a data-led company. So you have to ask yourself some questions. So first of all, depending who you are, if you are on a C-level or top-level management, so do you have a strategy for all this? Or is it really just a buzzword that you put some trainees and you say, do some data science over there because I heard it's solving my problem and it will guarantee my survival? Something else is needed here, right? And then, of course, all around the data and data governance and data security, it's an issue. And it's not an easy problem to solve, because how do you go about it? Do you centralize all the power about the data in the company, or do you decentralize it? And if you decentralize it, who will guarantee the quality? So it is something you have to figure out. You have to test it out. I did move. So then the senior level management really has to wrap a hand around it. And there's different approaches. There's the fast approach, where you can go for the low-hanging fruits, for the obvious business cases that your peers already done, because remember, it's a journey, and some part of your competition is ahead of you. The other one is behind. So you can look around and say, what are the others doing already? What has been successfully implemented? And then go after that. And also really question totally your business model, like the digital disruptors do, right? They are born digitally. So it's, again, not an easy thing to do. You have to stick with the old business, but then you have to disrupt it. How to do that? And well, any other questions that are related to how to get on this path, on this journey, right? And what is the right question to ask? So I thought it would be interesting for the audience and for the Portuguese market, not to talk about what the general things are, what the maturity levels are. So please grab your phones right now, scan the QR code, and answer it where your organization is on the maturity level. What do you think? It's an auto-assessment. It's one question. So I think we are here or there. So you at home also who are assisting, please grab your phone, scan it, and let's see what our Portuguese ecosystem thinks where they are at the maturity model. So I hope technology works here and that we can see the results in a second. I take this opportunity. I think DSPA has really a playbook app where they did assessment that is much more detailed and much more interesting in terms of depth and organization of the information, where you can really have an assessment of where you stand in the AI journey. And I think you should do that and you should look for it. And if Guilherme then can provide that to you, I think that's an interesting thing to do and get the report about it. So let's see at the results. Okay, this is not working. It should be working. I tested it. Guilherme, can you just help me? Otherwise, we just jump that part of the results. You can't. Okay, so if we would have internet in this computer, we would see the results. So
what do you need?
I need no, I just need to just to go back one back. So yeah, not working. No. That's a shame. Well, so we go without that results, but you should still do the questionnaire, and I will provide the results to you afterwards. So Guilherme will then send it to you, I think, or publish them. Would be fun to see where we are at the maturity metrics. So now we see if that works. Okay. Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, because prior to the presentation, one of the requisites was we had internet on the computer. So while we're waiting, I give you some idea of the next slide that will come, which is about AI and the initiatives that the companies and businesses are taking. So there's also, again, two kind of blocks here that I will present to you, and then we save time moving forward, which is the one block is about what kind of project and initiatives the company is undertaking right now, okay? And we heard about it. So one is big data, data lakes, and the creation of data mesh projects. So we are quite observing this kind of initiatives, and the installation or setting up of the data science teams. So that is something that has been done for the last.
It's giving add error.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, don't worry. I figured it could happen, so we just move on. Okay, so let's talk about the data and AI initiatives. So one thing we have is big data, data lakes, and data mesh, and the setting up of data science and advanced analytics teams. And here we can already see the difference in mindset. So there's companies, big companies, utility companies that really step up the game and bring huge teams, internal, external, and they bring the ecosystem together. They make so that we all can be part of this transformational journey for that company, and they really put the budget behind it and the forces behind it and the literacy behind it. And there's companies that hire 2 trainees to solve their problems. you can expect different results on that, and you will have different results on that. And then what we've seen is actually, like I said, the shift from the technical part to the more, okay, what is the quality of the data part? What is the governance part? Who will be responsible for the data? How will I deal with the legal issues, with GDPR, where the data centers are, etc.? And how will I transmit this information broadly throughout my organization, to young and old? So that's something that we've seen a lot, and a lot of tenders that are coming our way are related exactly to this topic, either to set up advanced analytics and data science teams, or to go in the realm of data quality and data governance. And then, of course, we have the tool, like I used to call it the magic toolbox, but I think the word magic is not the most adequate. So it's really about the tools of AI, where we have the natural language processing capabilities, let's call them cognitive services, the AI-enhanced chatbots, we've seen that a lot, the computer vision, AI-enhanced OCR, the machine learning algorithms, and also hyper-automation, which is a topic that I will talk later. And so these are these two blocks that we would like to explore. And there was another question that I have, so I will ask you to do it anyway, just to scan this code and select the most 3 important initiatives. So please grab your phones. Just for a second, put the WhatsApp by side and give some feedback. I think it will be of great value to the community. And you choose the 3 most important initiatives that you observe in your organization. And it can be either by budget or by importance, or what you think the company has done in the last 2 years, so 21 and 22. And then we will share that information with you. So it's something that you can give back to the community and attending this conference. I think it's quite interesting. And a conversation about we can have in private then, since we don't have the data in real time, is to figure out, okay, so what do you think were the most voted or most integrated initiatives in our ecosystem? And so that was part 1. And now we go to part 2, which is hyper-automation. And I picked that one up because I think it combines very well the change of mindset when we look at AI project and use cases. Because one part of the AI community so really focuses on data science, and insights. And the other part is really about, and I think we heard that in another presentation today, is about processes, business processes, transforming business. And hyper-automation does exactly that. So what is it? Gartner in 2019 coined that term, hyper-automation. And it's basically business-driven, so business in the center, disciplined approach. Discipline means it's organized, normally in kind of center of excellence, stuff like that, that provides a framework of strategic deployment and orchestration, a very important word here, orchestration of various automation technologies. And here we include RPA, so the robotic process automations is part of hyper-automations. It's not just that, okay? And then we add a layer, which is we enhance these automation processes with AI. Okay, with AI and machine learning capabilities, so it can be more dynamic and more flexible. So that's what it means. And why do you think is that we had to invent a new word and market it on hyper-automation? Why is that we need a new buzzword like hyper-automation? Okay. So at least in my opinion and in our opinion, is because when you look at traditional businesses, and when you think about it, they struggle a lot to keep up with that movement, right? They compete with those digitally born companies, and they have these fixed, siloed business models placed on legacy applications and led by really senior, most of the times old school leaders that have to evolve. And it's not enough just to automate, let's say, a data entry process from one legacy system to another one. from, let's say, Salesforce, that would be the new generation of CRM, and then to go to another, from the legacy system to Salesforce and backwards, or to Microsoft Dynamics or whatever CRM you use. Okay. So the companies, what they have done, they created this kind of layer which is focused on the customer journey, and they created beautiful apps, very responsive, beautiful websites, and that provide the appearance that it's a digital company, but all the business processes are old. And how much time do I have left? None? Really? So do I get a 5-minute discount because of my technical issues? Yeah? Okay, so I will skip 1 or 2 slides. In a nutshell, hyperautomation combines 4 dimensions. One is identification, automated identification of processes that should be automated, for example, through process mining. 2, it's the automation tools that orchestrate all the production of bots and robots. 3, it's dynamic business workflows and intelligent business workflows. And 4, it's the enhancement of AI. And the most appropriate or most common use case for that is intelligent document processing that we could talk about. And it's where we have a high volume of documents, some standardized, some not standardized, and when human intervention is needed to take decisions on them, validate them, and to put them into work. Okay? And so our experience, we've been working quite a long time for automating, orchestrating intelligently human-related work with a solution called Everlize. And then the RPA bots came in, and we started to distribute work not only to humans, but also to RPAs. And in the last 2 years, we, let's say, enhanced this solution with the AI, with the machine learning, with the natural language processing capabilities. So now we can do the full cycle and orchestrate all that work, and the orchestration by itself and the results retrain the models so we can do that job better. And I will skip that again, and go to your key takeaways and wait 2 more minutes. So you have, of course, beautiful dashboards on that. This is key, not because it has lots of logos, but it shows how overwhelming the AI journey can become for a customer. It combines various technologies, various libraries. It needs an architecture to make it scalable. It combines different kinds of technologies that before that era did not talk to each other. They were enemies, and today they have to talk to each other. So it's not easy. It's not an easy task. You need help. And so the key takeaways are, 1, it's a journey. Everybody is on it, and everybody struggles. Look left and look right. Get help, and see what's working and what's not working. That makes it faster. Maturity is important. Figure out where you stand. Then you can prioritize better your initiatives. Top management support is key. Remember the challenges on the right side. I think on this side it would be there. So on the right side, on the top right side, challenges of change management and difficulties to overcome. Top management is key. Data literacy, therefore, is very important. And have the courage to just get started if you're not yet. And if you are, then keep on going. And that's it, basically. I hope you got a little bit inspired. And wait, no, before. 1 more. You don't have to be on the journey alone, right? So if we go together, we definitely go further. Thank you. Também rápido, portanto, prometi-vos os resultados. Portanto, vemos que temos uma divisão aqui nessa jornada. 44% dos participantes votou que ainda estão numa fase ad hoc, use case a use case, e 26% e até 15% numa vertente mais optimized, no self-assessment. E, portanto, o próximo, por favor. Não sei se é por aqui. Não, é lá atrás.
Ricardo. Obrigado.
E aqui vemos, efetivamente, os votos daquilo que as pessoas votaram, quais eram as principais iniciativas da AI, as principais 3 nos últimos 2 anos, e vemos, de facto, que instalação de data science, analytics teams, se calhar é aquela que mais expressão tem. Depois temos uma enfim, distribuição relativa aqui entre data lake, data quality, data governance, muito à volta dos dados, mas curiosamente relativamente pouco a nível dos AI chatbots, se calhar já é algo que passou, e computer vision. Portanto, são aqui alguns findings que a comunidade aqui votou e partilhou connosco. Portanto, obrigado.